Hey guys, welcome back to the handicapping coach. So weather going to be a factor. I'm not sure what we are anticipating all day, but you know, it is what it is. So I wanted to get this out early, obviously doing this before scratches. I'm going to focus more on some of the dirt races for obvious reasons. A lot of turf races. So I'll look at the late pick 5 today as opposed to the early one because there's more turf races early on. There's a couple horses I really like on this card today, and we'll take a little look and see. There's a horse in the last race. Yeah, we'll go all the way to the last race, and it is going to be Duquesne. Okay, so this is a 7 furlong race, a maiden. Obviously going to be some nice horses in here. There's, how did Cool Quest, look at this work since that last start, 46-3. Brian Lynch getting serious on this one. And that was at Saratoga too, so I think you have to take a look at that horse. I don't actually have him included. He's not the one that I love in here. The one I actually love is the 7 Duquesne for Brad Cox. This effort was huge. I really thought this race was good. He was well met. Public was all over him. Had a couple works since then, 3 works since then. The 59-2 looks good. A work over the Saratoga course, which I think is important for horses like this. So these are 3-year-olds and 3-year-olds and up, but some good 3-year-olds in here. The 8 horse asking for a Baskin. Morning line favorite at 5-2. A turf race, a muddy race. Sure, he could win. Is he going to be the favorite? Probably off of that buyer of 93. I don't think he'll be odds on or anything, but I think he'll take a lot of play. But I really like this 7 horse Duquesne, a Juddmonte horse. So he'll be my top pick kind of in the late pick 4. Some other races, the 10th race. This one, the Diana, I think you just need the couple of euros out of this race. If I learned anything at Woodbine, it's when horses come from Europe and they get any kind of an off turf, they love it. Summer Romance, this start was good, but I think the race goes through the 8 horse Althika. So those would be my 2 horses out of there, the 2 Appleby horses. I think that there's tons of upside there. From there, you know, some of these other races there's a lot of chaos today. Luis Saez is riding so well right now. He's unconscious. So mark his horses up a little bit. He's getting them in the right position. The Chad Brown, the Todd Pletcher horses, they're struggling a little bit so far. They've had some bad luck in some of the races, so you know that'll change. The big barns like that, they don't not win. They will win. But we talked about this yesterday, and hopefully you were keying in a little bit on the Bond horses because his organization, they won 30% of their starts last year at Saratoga. Already off to a huge start this year too. So one other race I'll look at in the late pick 4 is the 8th race. I think that's kind of a fun race too. So we'll go to that one. And this one we're looking at an upper level allowance race, Nom 1. 4-3 and up, a 7 furlong race. The distance I think really important to notice. Bo Liam again, Steve Asmussen. We talked about it. He's chasing that record. This horse looks like he's well met. He's had a series of works since that debut. This debut was really professional. He was so much the best it wasn't even funny. From an outside post, a first-time starter, got into position early. This first fraction, 21-4. This is a good race. He crushed them. It wasn't even close. He's not my top pick, though. I've actually got him for 3rd. I'll go way further outside. I kind of am interested in Shug's horse a bit. He is stakes place, just about won the Remsen, so you have to look at a horse like that that's a $400,000 purchase for a Frosted. That's not bad. This race is deep. The 10 horse Crowded Trade, this is a Chad horse. Maybe this one gets the barn rolling. The races are solid. Again, just missing. Could have been a grade 3 stakes winner for lack of a little bob at the end, or Weyburn, who's a nice horse, so that's all right. Freshened since that last start. I think that's okay, obviously, since the Preakness. Has it been enough time since the Preakness? The work suggests that it has, so Crowded Trade, a big possibility. Mahamel will probably be overbet. I think that this is a tough post for him. Last time going the 7 furlongs, he just dominated his competition. He has enough speed to get himself into position, so that's really important too. But he kind of green, though, veered in at the start, right? Veer in. Now he's got the outside. Is he going to veer out? If he does, that'd be tough. It's tough to overcome that from that kind of post position. But I'll include those 2 big barns, the 10 and the 12, and the 1 horse as well. Witzel's interesting. This horse, there's a lot of purchases on this card today. Guys swooping in and taking horses from smaller barns. This was a crushing victory at Tampa. Really, really impressive. Whether he steps up into this kind of competition, I don't know. Another race I'll look at just quickly here, the other stake race, this one, the Sanford for the 2-year-olds going 6 furlongs. I've got 3 I like out of here. I will take the Wesley Warhorse. I like Wit. The inside post position I don't love for him, but you know, he settled nicely last time. He looks just professional. He looks like a nice racehorse. You trade Jose for Irad, so certainly Wit a big possibility. The other horse I was looking at was the 2 Candy Landing. I was impressed by this race. I thought he battled nicely, 21-2. So he's got some early jam. There's a few that can go early, so we'll look for a spirited pace. That's why I like the 1 quite a bit. The Wesley Ward horse too. I'm not sure the quality of this race. I mean, he was meant to win. He did what he was supposed to do. You can't help who's in with you, right? It doesn't look like the rest of them were very strong. So other than that, I think that pretty much covers the Sanford. I think these 3 horses look like the ones that are going to be the ones that you want out of there. So hopefully some good luck for you so far. And we'll focus in on Zayas. We'll focus in on Bond. I'm still waiting for Maselli to pick up. Still waiting for the big bars to pick up. Hopefully today they have a little bit more luck. We were able to beat another Pletcher favorite yesterday in Chocolate Cookie. She got a little unfortunate at the break, but I don't think she was beating the Bond filly anyways. That's the name of the game. Try to beat the favorites. Today we'll cheer for Todd and Chad in a couple of races because I do like a couple of their horses. Best of luck. Enjoy Saratoga on what looks like a rainy kind of a weekend. And let's see if we can cash a big ticket today. All good luck for all.